Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be painting an Iron Hands McFarlane action figure from start to finish. But first of all I want to apologise, this is not the best tutorial I've ever done. I was having camera problems and unfortunately I've not got the best footage, but I'll try and explain best I can in this tutorial how I went about painting the McFarlane action figure. Okay guys, as always this is going to be a very long video. In fact it's not actually going to be that long considering the troubles I had. It's going to be about 10 minutes. So anyway, go get comfortable, grab yourselves a nice hot drink or maybe my favourite, an ice cold beer, and we'll get started with the tutorial. I start off by priming the McFarlane action figure in Badger's Stynel Res Black Primer. You can also use MIG Ammo's one-shot primers, which I believe is exactly the same, just rebranded, and I think it's rebranded again by another manufacturer. But here you can see that I'm priming at about 3 to 4 inches away and I'm getting a nice smooth even coverage of the Stynel Res Black Primer onto the action figure. Now I'm going to be using Vallejo Metal Colours Gunmetal Grey, and I'm also going to be adding a little bit of Vallejo's Game Air Silver into the mix. So for every 3 drops of Gunmetal Grey I add 1 drop of silver. This is just to lighten the colour up, and you'll see as it goes on there it's a little bit lighter in tone than the Gunmetal Grey on its own. Now I'm going to be highlighting the armour panels using Dunkle Grey Shadow from AK Interactive. You can use any really dark grey to start the highlighting of the army panels here, but I happen to be using the AK Interactive grey here. And as you can see I'm aiming for the centre of all the armour panels, and we're just leaving a subtle highlight behind and leaving the black behind in all the shaded areas of the Space Marine. Now we're going to add some more highlights, this time using the base colour from AK Interactive AK163, and as you can see I'm aiming for the very centre of all of those panels, and it's just going to make those panels pop and come alive a little more. Now I'm going to be using odorless thinner, and we're going to be also using rust streaks from AK Interactive, and I'm going to thin it down 1 to 1 with a thinner, and I'm going to go around every single one of those panel lines, and we're just going to create a really nice rusty look to the panel line edges, which is going to break up all of that black and grey and really make the miniature look so much better. Here I'm using some sponge that came with a miniature, and as you can see I'm just going to dab it in some medium coloured grey, and this happens to be, I believe it's Wolf Grey from Vallejo Game Air range, but you can use any medium grey, and I'm just adding some subtle paint chips to the armour panels again just to make it look a little bit more interesting and make those armour panels pop a little bit more. Here you can see the finished Space Marine from McFarlane's action figure line in conjunction with Games Workshop. There is unfortunately a few things that I skipped out applying the decals that were from Forge World, the large Iron Hands decals there. Also I didn't show painting the eyes or the Purity seal, which was painted using Games Workshop's Blood Angels red contrast paint, highlighted orange using Fire Bright Orange from Games Workshop, and just a little white highlight in the corners of the eyes there. But I really hope you enjoyed this very brief tutorial, guys. Sorry that the footage is not the best, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.